Welcome everybody to another edition of Away Days. It's Dino here. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good January, a good start to the new year. It's gone kind of quick for me, if I'm being honest, but at the same time, it's been slow. I don't know if you guys think that makes any sort of sense, but um, yeah, it's just been one of those months. As we all know, it's always a tough month, but here we are. We are at the end. It's the 30th of January today, so it's actually a good one. But we made it. We made it. So gonna talk before I say anything in regards to what I'm gonna just quickly talk about. I'm also on my YouTube channel of this as well, so you guys are listening on my podcast as well as on YouTube channel. So thank you for tuning in if you're listening to one or watching one, or to both. Um, thank you very much for tuning in. I know I've not been on for a good couple of weeks. It's just like I said, the month has gone so quick and it's been absolutely crazy in regards to time. So and plus I wasn't feeling very well um, a couple of weeks back. So, but yeah, I'm feeling much better now anyway. So if you suffer with migraines, then you know it's not the one. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna bring up a couple of things. I'm gonna bring up what's happened with the football this week because there are some Premiership fixtures this week. I didn't even realise properly that there was Premiership games this week because of the FA Cup over the weekend. But there are Premiership fixtures this week, which I'm going to get into in a moment. Um, Also on Saturday, just gone as well for you wrestling fans out there was the Royal Rumble. So I'm gonna mention the winners from that towards the end, and I'm also gonna talk about the NFL because it was the championship games this weekend in the AFC and NFC respectively. Um, yeah, it was basically two games, which two good games, but the two teams that got there, I didn't really want one of them to get to. Well, I would have preferred just one of them get to the Super Bowl, but now you've got both. So, like I say, it is what it is. But I don't think many, from what I'm hearing, not many people are going to be too eager to watch this game for many reasons. I'll get to that in a moment. Um, but I'm going to start off with the Premiership. There are a couple of games this week. This week there are a couple of games tonight. There's a couple of games on tomorrow, and I believe there's some more on Thursday. So we're just going to bring them up quickly. I'm just going to go through them quickly and let you know what my predictions will be in that regard. Um, Bit weird to have these games being played in the same week as when it's the January transfer window coming to a close, even though no one's really bought anybody. The biggest news that's come to light has been Jurgen Klopp saying that he's going to be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, which I think is a shock. But you know, maybe it's just I don't know if there's something more at work there with him. But it did come as a shock to me because I think he's been a credit to Liverpool for the past 9, 10 years. He's been there now, so he's done very well for the club. So I know he's going to be missed by the Liverpool faithful. But anyway, I'm going to go into the games. Starting off with tonight. Starting off with my boys. These boys up here, Arsenal. We're going to ignore them until September. We're starting off with these boys today. They're playing Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. It's a 7:30 kickoff, which is kind of early. But it benefits, just getting the game out of the way because I know Arsenal got a big game this weekend against Liverpool on Sunday. So, um, Arsenal, I mean, to be honest, I mean, we should be going there fresh because, no, this is actually, I'm reading it now, this is actually only our third game in January. So, I know that the team went to Dubai for like a little break camp to go and get themselves back to put a game back to basics. They came back Arsenal with a good game against Forest. The scoreline kind of flattered in a little bit, but we did dominate the game. It was a 5-0 win. But two of the last goals were, to be honest, and at time added on. Um, Going up against a team which they're kind of a bit nervous right now for many reasons on and off the pitch. They've got a new manager in now, but they're still a bit struggling a little bit. Forest. Um, they have to look over their shoulder, and obviously, like I said, on and off pitch antics going on with the club with their financial fair play because they have been charged recently. And they're on a bit of a slow run, but this is the type of game. this is the type of game where no team should be taking a team like Forest for granted just because of what's going on with them on and off the pitch. And it's no different for Arsenal. Um, as an Arsenal fan myself, there's been so many times where I've seen Arsenal just go against teams and just taken them for granted and they've not performed and they've just done poor. Um, that being said, I do think that we are more than capable of winning this game. I do think we win this game. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided game as Chris Sutton has said here on his predictions. Um, but I still think that it will be relatively relatively comfortable. It's going to be one of those games where Arsenal probably get a couple of goals and then Forest will come back and get a goal and they'll try and push for an equaliser, but Arsenal probably kill it. So I'm going to go with Arsenal winning by a couple of goals with this one. I think the game against Palace was giving them a bit of a lift. I think the breakaway going to Dubai for training has given them a bit of a break to start over again. Would like to have seen them bring in a couple of players, but it's January. No one's doing anything. I was going to talk about um, rumours, but there's not really anything solid going on, and no one's bought no one, so I'm not even going to talk about transfer rumours or anything like that. But that being said, I'm going to go back to it. I think Arsenal will win today. And on the BBC website, 80% said that Arsenal are going to take the 3 points. So 9% said Forest. So there you go. Got to Craven Cottage next between Fulham and Everton. Everton have been a bit up and down. They themselves, kind of similar to Forest with the financial fair play, but they have been playing well at times. They've been a bit Jekyll and Hyde. Fulham, they went out of both cup competitions in the space of a few days. So, and it's not like they play crap. They've got a good little squad down there in West London. So, this is going to be one of those games which I think would be pretty interesting. But at the same time, I think it's one of those games which has probably got draw written all over it. Um, the only thing I could probably say is that I'd say Fulham purely because they're at home, but it's going to be one of those tight games. But I will go with a draw with this one. Um, and well, 48% said the Fulham win. That's quite an interesting one. 48% said Fulham win. 36% said the draw, and 16% said an Everton win. Kenilworth Road. Oh, this is another interesting one. Now this is this is one of those games which you can, I don't know if you guys know your geography, um, but this is one of those games where you just get the Thameslink train from one part to the other. Um, Luton versus Brighton. Luton, they got the win against Everton. They actually won us. I think I saw some highlights of that game. They actually beat Everton in the FA Cup at the weekend. But this is going to be a big challenge for them. I said that they started off slow in the league and then they started finding their feet a bit, and now they're vastly starting to improve a bit, Luton. Um, but this is one of those games, which could possibly make or break them in regards to where they go from here. Luton, they could, if they once they get going, they can get at you. They can be a threat. Brighton, on the other hand, they've got some players that can hurt you. So this, there's goals written all over this one for me. I think this is going to be a very fast-paced game. Both teams have got players that can cause problems. Um, I'm gonna go with Brighton. I'm gonna go with Brighton. I'm gonna say both teams will score in this game. It wouldn't surprise if this game finishes like 3-2 or 4-2 to Brighton. Um, that's what I'm gonna go with. I think both teams will score in this one, so I think it'll be quite an entertaining game between the both of them. I have said Brighton will win, and 65% said that Brighton will win. 22% have said that it will be a draw, with 13% saying that Luton will take the points. So we go to the next one. It's the team just down the road from me, Crystal Palace. They're going to get Sheffield United. This is an 8 o'clock kickoff again. This is tonight. Big game for both teams, if I'm being honest. I think Palace would need to respond after how they played against Arsenal, especially with how some of the towards the end of the game. I don't know if any of you guys saw the end of the game, but there was a couple of banners up talking about there needs to be change. I didn't realise things were that bad at Palace, if I'm being honest. Um, That being said, it's at Sellers Park, and the ultras are going to be on it. So I think this is just going to be one of those games that Palace. You said that Palace have to win. I think it's a Palace that Palace will win this game. Um, Not without Sheffield United putting up a fight, but I think Palace will come out with this one. I think they'll win by probably by 2 goals to 1. I think. 63% said Palace will win, 28% the draw, and 9% have said it will be a Sheffield United win. And another interesting game tonight at 8:15 at Villa Park between Aston Villa and Newcastle. This game, the reverse fixture of this game was played at St James's Park. It was 5-1 to Newcastle. Now, how times have changed between these two teams. Newcastle are lavishing, I believe, down somewhere in 8th or 9th, and Aston Villa are level on points with Man City and Arsenal. So it's one of those things about how that game must have done a favour for Villa, because ever since then they've been they've kind of been a breath of fresh air in terms of being at the top of the table. So they've played some good football, and they've got some good players in the team that can cause problems. Um, just one of those games. Newcastle have been on a good run at the moment. They played, but they beat. I watched the game against Sunderland in the FA Cup. They beat them quite comfortably. They won a couple of other games as well. Um, I'm gonna- this one. I don't know. I could easily say that it would be a Villa win, but then it wouldn't surprise me if Newcastle come out and snatch it by a goal to nil. So I'm thinking Villa will win this game, but I think it will be like by the odd goal. It will be a good game of football. This one, it'll be a very tight game again. Yeah, but I'll go with Villa to continue their momentum at the top of the table and to chasing whether they can go for the title. 65% said a Villa win, with 24% saying a draw and 11% saying a Newcastle victory. I believe those are the games for today. So we're going to go on to tomorrow. We've got Man City versus Burnley. I haven't really got too much to say about this one because these two are as opposite as they come. I think we all know what's going to happen in this game. It's just a case of no disrespect to Burnley whatsoever, but it is just a case of for all of us saying how many goals Man City will score. And I really hate to say that because I really want Burnley to just give them a problem. So I'm kind of clutch on the straws on that one, if I'm being honest, and I think all of us will be. Um, but for me, the main thing for Man City for me right now is again, this is going to be another story which I can bring up, but you see Forest and you see Everton getting charged with doing financial fair play, and yet Man City was mentioned last year and nothing's been done. So 114 charges and nothing's been done with this team. You know, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what you guys think of it either, but I know I'm not impressed. I know you guys wouldn't be impressed either if you're not. If you're, unless you're a fan of Man City, you'll just, it's not a good look. But with this game though, anything can happen. And I don't think Haaland's even going to be playing this game either. But Kevin De Bruyne is back. Um, I think City will win this quite comfortably. By a good few goals. I'll probably say about. I'm gonna say 3-0. I'm just gonna say 3-0, but I'm not gonna go up even above that. Um, I'm just gonna go straight to saying that they'll win it. 93% have said that Manchester City will win, with 3% saying the draw and 4% saying the Burnley win. So I think as the 4%, I think we just need to all be the 4% and just hope by a miracle Burnley can come out with something in that game. Got another game at the another London derby. Sorry, between Tottenham and Brentford. Brentford have got Ivan Toney back. He came back in his first game back since his ban. He scored. He done scored a goal. He's done quite well. It's good to see him back. If I'm being honest, he's one of those players which, for me as an Arsenal fan, would love to see him play for Arsenal, especially when we need a striker ourselves. So but I think when it comes to getting strikers, yeah, it's going to be at the end of the season. So just look forward to the summer for that one. But with this game, it would be a good one. I think it's going to be another good game. It's going to be two teams left going at each other. But I think Tottenham will probably just edge it. The last time they played each other, it was a 2-2 draw, and that was at the start of the season. Um, I'm gonna go with Tottenham win. I'm gonna go with Tottenham win by a goal, put 2-1. I'm gonna say purely because they're at home. So I'm just gonna go with Tottenham win. 69% said that Tottenham will win, with 10% saying Brentford and 21% saying the draw. Liverpool Chelsea. Again 8:15. Again, I'm just gonna go straight through it. I just think that Liverpool. Yeah, I think Liverpool have too much here. They're going to be on a momentum run, and they are just going to be looking to do things for Jurgen Klopp. So I'm going to go Liverpool. Um, and again, yeah, 72% said that Liverpool win, with 9% saying a Chelsea win. West Ham and Bournemouth. I think West Ham will probably just shade this one as well. Bournemouth have been playing quite well. Um, I'll go over West Ham win on this one as well, but just by your goal. So quite a few home wins I'm going with here. 51% for West Ham and 17% Bournemouth, 32% saying a draw. Wolves versus Manchester United. Um, I'm going to probably go with Man United with this one. Probably by winning by your goal. Probably win by a goal to nil. Wolves have been a bit up and down as well. They're so I saw much Man United against Newport in the FA Cup. Just I think there's still so much things going on within the dressing room and within the club. It's a bit weird of Manchester United right now. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Man United to win this game by your goal. I think I just win by a goal to nil. I think that might just be enough. But 54% said that Wolves will win though. 20% said Man United win. So let's see what happens. That's actually probably one of the first games I've done where I've gone with one team and the majority of the country's gone with another. So, but again, we'll see. We'll see. So, guys, what I want to do now is I'm going to end this part of away days. I'm going to do the next part with everything else, which I'm going to mention in regards to WWE and NFL, and I'm going to quickly mention the winners of the Australian Open as well. So, yeah, do keep track of it. But I will be back, and yeah, see you on the next one.